So on some days you have to fucking talk to yourself like you're giving a TED talk, except that it's an empty room. There is no one really listening but you. You are listening, and that's the most important thing. I normally journal every single day, every single night, as far as possible. Journaling has helped me a lot. There are many things that sometimes don't really make sense, or that you don't even feel aware of unless you write it down. Then it's like many puzzle pieces come together to really produce some astonishing truths and life-changing revelations sometimes about yourself. And I what was I going to say? Actually, I have so many things going in my mind. Yeah, on some days you just feel I just wanted to give it a twist today and not do the like classical journaling that I normally do. So I chose to do a kind of recording, as if those motivational videos that you see on YouTube and that I'm a big fan of. By the way, I watch these every day. And I hope that I'm not just watching those videos and reading all those books, buying all those books, and buying all those ideas from people online or in real life, and not really taking it to build my own truth. I'm a big fan of Oprah Winfrey, and a big fan of Robin Sharma and many other people, figures online. However, I feel that just because you are not famous, you haven't really succeeded yet, you haven't become a millionaire or famous or wealthy, doesn't mean that you haven't really succeeded. And I think it's important to, at the same time, try to break free from your comfort zone and what people want you to remain in, to break free from that box or that hole, whatever you want to call it, but also not to expect miracles without really working hard and grabbing opportunities and going out there and seeing what's there and offering your value, your talents to the world, and really taking the time to work on yourself, who you are, discovering yourself, what kind of life you want to live, and just not compromising on it in any way. Because if I have to talk about, sometimes we stay in a situation that is not necessarily perfect or good or healthy for us, but we do it mostly for one main reason. Most of the time it's money. Now, I wouldn't say that money doesn't bring happiness. Money does allow you so many things in life, so many good things in life, comfort. If buying makeup, for example, makes you happy, then money can do that. If buying books can make you happy, money can do that. If buying a car, going out to the cinema, etc., can give you happiness, money can also do that. So it will be false and hypocritical to say that money doesn't make you happy, because all these motivational speakers, I would love to see someone who's really not that wealthy, who hasn't really made it, still struggling, but they are also talking about their experience and how they conquered life. And yeah, so what plans do I have for myself? I don't know, but I had so many plans for myself which never really worked out the way I thought they would. Some partly due to my own, perhaps, bad decisions, some due to uncontrollable circumstances. But the point is that I am not a passive person, I am not a lazy person, and I'm certainly not a person to follow the crowd. I have never I used to be that kind of person when I was young, obviously not really knowing who I want to be, who I am, what I want from life. But the more I grow up, the more I look around me, I see many people frustrated, many people just dragging along to this experience that we call life. They have no joy, they are not healthy. I see many people having a lot of money, but when you look at them, they don't really look healthy, they don't look like they love themselves, they don't behave that way with other people. And I have been noticing myself become like that lately, to be very honest. I have worked so hard to find my sanity, to find my health, to find some stability and my meaning in life and happiness. I have succeeded in a large part, I would believe. For me, I don't compare. For me, the definition of success is not like becoming an Oprah Winfrey and becoming a Robin Sharma, or becoming a very famous, rich, etc. But I know my own struggles. I know how many wars I have fought in the literal figurative sense, however whatever you want. And I know that I am very very proud of myself because I have overcome many of those things. I cannot count, like when I have to think and look back where I was and now where I am today. I am a totally different person for the best, I believe. And I definitely think that, in all honesty, yes, it's very depressing. Let's talk about it. It's very depressing. There is a lot of negativity in the world, but you don't have to fucking take it seriously. You don't have to absorb all that bullshit that you get around you from people in your family, in your workplace, in your acquaintances. I don't know which kind of people it is, but you are going to be receiving it. You are going to be confronted to it in all kinds of situations. People want to control you, want to change you, want to spread their negativity to you. My big advice to anyone struggling in life, because I know that most people struggling in life, is one most common problem that we have, is that we are quite afraid and weak when it comes to just pushing that energy and not taking it in. I used to do that. I have done that for a long period in my life, like being a people pleaser, and whatever someone throws at you, whatever kind of shit they throw at you, you just take it, you internalize it, and you think that you really deserve it. It's true that what they are saying, but you don't have to take it personally. There are so many people in this world, unfortunately, who are so unhappy and miserable in their fucking lives that they can't stand you being happy and doing what you love, being authentic and daring. So they will do whatever they can to, throw their negativity at you, but don't take it. And convert your energy and your pain into power. I know it sounds cheesy, but I can tell you for myself, like, the more I have encountered a lot of suffering and a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, I'm not sure if I can forgive people for that. I hear all the time that forgive and forget, and don't hold on to that resentment because it will destroy you. I think it's true. You need to let go at times. I don't know if I can forgive, though. I will try to just not expect anything, and I move on, and I don't even want to expect. I don't expect an apology or anything because it's never going to happen. But I do. I don't know if I can forgive that. However, I do forgive myself for all the mistakes that I have done, for all the bad things that I have said to myself, for however I have treated myself so cruelly and harshly. I forgive myself for that, and I had promised myself that since a couple of months or years. There was a specific turning point in my life once again where I promised myself that no matter what happens, no matter how hard life gets, no matter how many challenges I face, no matter how alone I find myself, no matter if no one is supporting me, people throwing rocks at me, I will still honor and love myself and cherish myself till the last day of my life. This is so important for me. I honestly believe that, now whenever I find myself like feeling hungry or eager to get someone to like me, or just feeling offended that someone hasn't given me that same level of energy back, I just tell myself, like, what, I should never have really given my energy to them in that sense, in that case. If I was expecting to get something back, then I should never have given it. Why did I waste so much energy and emotions on someone or something when I don't have any guarantee if I'm going to get it back? So I think what's really amazing with life, however, is like we keep on learning. I am the type of person, like, I never think of myself the same person. Every single day I am a different person. Sometimes on some days I'm more optimistic, on some days I'm more depressed, on some days I feel like I can conquer everything, on some days I can't even as if to get out of my bed. But it's okay. I'm not here for a competition. I'm not here to prove anything to anyone. But it's up to me now to really be authentic to myself and stop lying myself, stop torturing myself, stop punishing myself, stop forcing myself again to go through motions that don't even make sense to me anymore. And I have also, as far as I can remember, I have been a very frank and honest person. I don't lie to myself, which is a big deal. Most people are liars. They are fake. They don't even know who they are. So forget about being honest with others. They don't even know who they are. They never even pause and reflect about themselves. But I'm not that kind of person. I will call a spade, and that's what makes me unique. I love that about myself. I am not here to be diplomatic. I'm not here to impress anyone or to pretend that my life is perfect and I have gotten all of it together. I still struggle, and that's fine too. But at least now I want to struggle for the things that matter. I think that's a major realization that I have been getting since a couple of months, weeks, when I find that the situation is unbearable. It's like it's not, the problem is not with the difficulty, but the problem is that you're fighting the wrong battles, with wasting your energy on something that you don't even care about. You don't even care about it, so you are doing that. And it's time to stop doing that. I always think one last thing that I always repeat, I repeat and repeat and repeat it over and over again. I don't know when I'm going to die, but I imagine myself like the day I have died. My last, probably last thoughts, last seconds before I totally lose consciousness, I will be thinking about my life, like what were the things which I should have done differently. I am certain 200% if I were to be just before I die, I will be regretting not living the life that I wanted to live, and just being so concerned and obsessed with what other people will think about me. And now, not anymore. I will no longer do that injustice to myself because I have really reached my limit.